All right, everybody, we're going to get started with Hip Hop College Source, our review of things that's going on. We're going to get started with it, and we appreciate you all joining of things that's going on. We're going to get started with it, and we appreciate you all joining of things that's going on. We're going to get started with it. Well, we got to appreciate you all joining of things that's going on. We're going to get started with it. Well, we got to appreciate you all joining of things that's going on. Hello there, Facebook. This is Baruti Carl Alexander. I'm trying to get started back with Hip Hop College Source. There is a few. There's a few differences that are happening. When you're doing this technical stuff, you got to make sure things are together. So we're going to start the screen again.
Give me the strength to go further, Lord. Give me the strength to go further. Give me the strength to go further, Lord. Give me the strength to go further. Give me.
And we're going to come back to our screen here on Hip Hop College Source. So one thing I see is that when you have a Facebook screen open and a Zoom screen open, you got to make sure you don't get them intertwined. That is a problem. Let me cut some light on here, everybody. It's a 10-second delay on Facebook. So at the end of our show, we're going to try that again. I think we got multiple screens open, and that's one of the issues. I'm hearing myself twice on a 10-second delay, so I got a Facebook open. And we go. Okay, we cut one of them off. We're going to try that again at the end of the show. And I still got an echo going on, so I got to find out what that is. For those of you who are going to be available, 9:00 p.m. is Family Systems and Family Dynamics. All right, everybody, how you doing? Now we are okay. We got one screen. We got We got a lot of things happening here. That's why you got to do a definite check. Some people don't know how important it is so you can have everything together. Well, what I'd like to talk about is the Bob Marley movie. What I'd like to talk about is the Bob Marley movie. I must still have a Facebook open somewhere. And I have found it. And there it is. So we are now just with us. And the Facebook that we have open is not recording or is not. Let me see. So everything is good now. Let me go back to my screen over here. So you got to make sure these things are just right. And if you have any kind of problem with your mouse or any of those kinds of things, you know, they could throw off a whole show. So I'm using this as a practice, reintroducing Hip Hop College Source. And we want to have it real good for the show at 9 o'clock tonight. There we go. All right, so we're recording. Let me talk about the Bob Marley movie. For those of you who watched it, now a lot of critics has said that this was not a good movie. We're supposed to take 15 minutes for this program, but since we started late, I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes. So we're gonna finish at about 8:20. We're gonna finish at about 8:20, so we got about 11 more minutes. But the Bob Marley movie was excellent. The critics did not understand the Bob Marley movie. That's why they gave it bad criticisms, negative reviews. They have no idea what they're talking about. That's why at this time it's the 6th biggest biopic of all time, the biggest Valentine's movie of all times. And it started with him as a little boy and the redemption song in the background. And then he went to a press conference as a adult and already famous. And at that press conference, you know, they asked him several things and, you know, he answered and his manager answered. And then he went out into the world and they showed how he managed and he went around and he was jamming to the song, Get Up, Stand Up. And I love that they started with that. And that gives a great sound of what he was about. And at a very early age, he must have been about 26 when he wrote that. And for a 26-year-old to have that kind of depth, understand what the words say. Some people think great God will come from the sky, take away everything, and make all the people feel high. If you know what life is worth, you will look for yours on earth. Now you see the light, stand up for your rights. Oh, just deep, just so deep. And he had a number of songs. And I've been going back and listening to some of the songs I didn't know about, like Africa Unite. That's a powerful song. Of course, Everywhere is war. So much trouble in the world. There's such a depth to this man who only lived for 36 years. Incredible. And the critics who lambasted him, that movie, they don't know what they're talking about. They didn't understand about the spiritual aspects of what he was trying to gather and trying to fill in with the Rastafarian and talking about a black God, black Jesus, black understanding of the world, that you got to love yourself. They didn't understand that. And it was a love story between him and Rita. All that, he went through, she was right there. She was right there helping him. And as she said when she got mad at him in the movie, hey, I've been here for all your kids, all your stuff, and so forth. When you had one shirt, and I'm still here. So don't be not giving me my due. And it was a great love story. And if you know even more about the story, of course, he had multiple affairs and multiple kids and affairs. And he has built a great legacy with his 11 kids, and now I don't know how many grandkids. So Bob Marley movie from that perspective was really, really powerful. And I encourage everybody out there who's watching this to go see that movie. One Love, Bob Marley. It's going to go down as one of the best movies of all time, one of the best biopics of all time. And it's like you're going to a concert. All throughout, you hear music, you hear redemption song, you hear jamming, you hear Exodus. You hear all the great songs and so forth. Of course, you hear One Love, No Woman, No Cry. All the great songs by Bob Marley are there. And it's such a testament to the family that through their production company that he started, that they put together this movie with Kingsley Ben Adar, I think his name is. Ziggy Marley was producer. Marcus, somebody was the director. He directed also King Richard. So it has such a great foundation and background. I've seen it twice, and I'm going to see it again, and it's a great movie. We are reintroducing the Hip Hop College Source as a 15-minute review on things that are going on. I tried to get another host to do an hour program. That didn't work out, but there are some important things to say that are happening at all times in our community. And so I wanted to restart this and use it as a forum to be able to talk about some things. Next thing I want to talk about is the Katt Williams interview. Now, I've had people to talk to me about that, about how good it was and so forth. I think it was good for Katt Williams that he built his base of people and he was able to attract so much attention. But was it good for the Black community? I don't think so. I don't think that much negativity about your fellow comedians, your fellow industry people was very helpful. And it was helpful to Katt Williams. He probably built his financial base, but in the long run, he may have hurt himself. And I don't think he did anything for the Black community. Now, one person said that he did it so he could show people in the industry how they can do and how they can survive and what the real is. I believe there were other ways to do that. And I don't think, and you're not just talking about a monogamous item that this is the one way things have to be done. There's multiple different ways of that people survive and make it. Denzel has done a great job. Tyler Perry has done his thing with his movie studio. So there's multiple ways of dealing with an issue. And I don't believe in the long run what he represented was beneficial. It may have been temporarily beneficial to him, but I believe in the long run, he's going to hurt himself and he's not going to benefit the Black community in the long run. That's my opinion on the Katt Williams item. So those are the two main things I wanted to share. We just have a few more minutes. I want to talk more about Hip Hop College. So I'm going to be coming on every Sunday and for 15 minutes and just talking about what is going on and so forth. I am blessed. I've had the fortune of losing my wallet, losing my keys, losing a whole lot of things, but I find them, somebody gives them to me. Now, I can't keep losing things and just expect somebody to share these things back with me. So I got to take better care. But I just want to say, hey, life is beautiful. God is gracious and merciful. And so that's a great thing and so forth. Basically, that's all I wanted to discuss. We are going to try to set up our screen share again. I'm going to continue talking while I work on this. We want to make sure that we are able to share that. That is off. Okay, so let's take this back. We are using this episode as a test and trying to get better at, there's a lot of things about Zoom. I do like the navigation of Zoom. There's other platforms, TikTok and YouTube, but I like the navigation of Zoom, and all of my programs are on here. But there are other navigations, platforms, and I'm going to investigate some of those also. But I want to add some different things to our Zoom platform. And we appreciate everybody who joins us. And it is so good that you do, and we appreciate it. I'm trying to find our Clip Champ video for Comedic Vibrations. All right. Well, see, when you don't have these things set up and ready, it becomes a problem. So we are going to let that go, and we appreciate you all joining us. I'm not going to keep you anymore, but go see the movie. Go see the movie One Love by Marley. It's going to go down as a great movie. There's other movies out there, Origin, American Fiction, The Book of Clarence, all these Black movies and these are Black movies that have gotten some non-favorable positive reviews, but you can't always go by the reviews because a lot of times these critics just don't understand. So we thank you. We're going to see you next time on next Sunday, Hip Hop College Source. Thank you.